Good evening. Please show me your tickets. The entrance is straight ahead.
Can I get an interpretive device at the museum?
Use your own earphones and connect to the Wi-Fi in our museum to listen to the explanations.
I didn't bring my earphones with me today.
I'm sorry, but we no longer have interpretation devices due to technical upgrades.
It's okay, thank you. The Museum of Ancient Artifacts, with various well-preserved exhibits, had already gained immense attention prior to its opening day. This makes it the most popular place to visit in Lincoln City. Out of curiosity, I booked my tickets to visit the exhibition in advance. However, it's a holiday. The museum is so crowded. Anything in the exhibition halls near the entrance because there are too many people. And so, I decide to start with the ones at the back. There's someone standing in front of an exhibit in the dimly lit hall. He's studying it quietly. Zayne? What a... Zayne glances at me and then refocuses his attention on the exhibit. I hold back on saying coincidence to avoid disturbing him. Isn't it kind of rude if I leave without saying anything? I walk over quietly and look at the pen and paper he's holding. He seems to be transcribing something from the exhibit. Since papyrus, which has been used for thousands of years, can't be exposed to light, the exhibition hall is almost pitch black. Zayne must draw each stroke with caution. Is he drawing a heart? His pen seems to have run out of ink. You can use mine. Here.
Thanks.
You're welcome. But what's he drawing? I stretched my neck, trying to get a better look at the exhibit. However, since the exhibition hall was pitch black, I had to get closer and closer until I hit my head against the glass. Zayne looks at me, speechless.
This is the diary of an Egyptian doctor from the Ptolemaic dynasty. It says that the doctor's wife had been suffering from a chronic heart condition and was slowly dying. He tried to find a cure and prayed with the priests at the shrine every day to no avail. Eventually, he bought a slave and wanted to exchange his heart with that of his wife's as a last resort.
What?
Of course, he didn't succeed. He dissected his wife's heart in an attempt to pinpoint the cause of the disease.
He dissected her heart? But according to their belief, the heart is the soul of a human. Shouldn't she be buried with it? The deceased heart has to be judged by the judge of the dead before the soul can reach the beautiful reed plains.
Perhaps the doctor believed that the one who took his wife away wasn't Osiris, but her disease.
If that's really the case, this particular doctor must have been way ahead of his time. Zayne's gaze remains fixed on the display remnants of the diary.
Unfortunately, during his time, it would have been impossible to pinpoint the cause even if he dissected the heart.
But it's amazing that he was way ahead of his time. Zayne looks at me with a hint of certainty in his eyes. I follow him throughout the rest of the exhibit. What happened after that? Did he continue to be a doctor after his wife died?
It's in the explanation.
I didn't bring my earphones. Zayne takes off his earphones and gives them to me. Thanks. An explanation of the exhibit plays through the earphones. Zayne puts his notebook in his coat pocket. When I look at him again, he's checking his phone with his brows knitted.
I'll get going first.
You're gonna go, just like that?
This is the last exhibit.
Oh, that's right. I almost forgot.
Thanks for your pen.
Zayne.
Is there anything else?
Well, nope. I should go look at the exhibits around the entrance now.
Sure.
So Zayne visits the museum on his day off too. He has ordinary hobbies like everyone else. I didn't expect that. Wait, he forgot his earphones. Zayne probably isn't here yet since it's outside office hours. I'll just leave the earphones here and go. Dr. Zayne? Zayne is leaning back on his chair with his eyes closed. I don't know if he's taking a nap or fast asleep. I spot the notebook on his desk at first glance. The page that he transcribed the dissection of the heart on is open. I can't help but pick up the glasses which were blocking the words.
When did you come in?
You're awake.
I wasn't sleeping too soundly.
He rests his chin on his hand and looks at me, as though he's waiting for me to explain myself. I'm here to return this. Thanks for lending me your earphones.
You're welcome.
He's not saying anything. Is he asking me to leave? That's what most people do. I'm gonna go.
You can take a look at the notebook after you give me back my glasses.
Huh? Just then, I realized that Zayne's glasses are still in my hands. I hurriedly put them on the bridge of his nose. Zayne's expression changes slightly as he pushes his glasses up.
Is this how you normally give people back their glasses?
I did that by reflex. Zayne turns to look out the window. The corners of his lips lift slightly as though he has no intention of chasing me out. I fix my gaze on his notebook again. Did Shira store the anatomical diagram on the papyrus based on the actual structure of the heart?
I drew it during my free time just to speculate on the cause of the Egyptian doctor's wife's disease.
Zayne brushes off the topic lightly. It's a stark contrast to the shock on my face.
His records are very detailed, not to mention speculative and unconfirmed.
But the fact you can have a conversation with a doctor who lived more than 2,000 years ago through a record of symptoms, it's amazing.
The continuous development of modern medicine has its roots in the trial and error and experiences of our predecessors. When someone leaves behind their experiences and questions, it's only natural for someone else to summarize and answer them.
When you put it like that, medicine, though solemn, also stems from humanity's compassion. The same can be said about you. I realized that I was coming off as a little judgmental. However, Zayne narrows his eyes slightly as he waits for me to go on. You're nothing like I thought you were. Zayne stands up. He shoves his notebook into his pocket.
It's time for me to start work.
I'll get going then. See you. Oh, wait. It's weird constantly telling a doctor you'll see him soon, right? Zayne sends an indifferent glance my way as he puts his earphones in the drawer.
It's not like I'm a doctor who works at the hospital 24/7.
We can meet somewhere else.